Hello there, church family. Well, it's great to be with you. Here's Mark and Ben, and we are here to talk about our special offering for July 2023. Now, as you know, as we've been explaining over the last few weeks, we have the challenge with regards to all of our young people, our under 18s, all the way from 0 up to 18. We have been so blessed because we have got so many of them. And that has led to a few peculiar challenges. But before I go into those and Ben goes into those, let's just hear some good news stories about the youth and what's been going on in the children's work.
Yeah, so over the last year, we've seen God do just some wonderful things. Our kind of 0 to 5s group has grown massively. Helen and her team have done an incredible job with hoppers in the midweek, baby Uber and mini Uber on a Sunday. We've seen loads. So now we've got about 10 to 12 kids going up into main Uber,
wow.
Which is just incredible. We have loads of babies, all that kind of stuff. In Uber, we've seen God just do some wonderful things. We've started Megamix, and just a few weeks ago, they had 17 kids respond to the gospel, which is just brilliant. We've baptised some of our kids. We've baptised a lot of young people. This week, we're about to take about 28 young people off to New Day for our annual camp. We've had kids involved in prophetic teams, ministering into Spain. God has been doing some wonderful things with our children and young people. But because of that growth and because of the amount of kids we have, so we have loads on a Sunday, we have loads in the midweek, that puts a added strain on our teams and is more of an opportunity for us to invest in the next generation of the church. And so what we're going to be asking of you as a Wyndham site is we're going to be looking for 4 extra volunteers across all our teams in order to disciple well all our kids from 0 to 18. So church, we're asking you to step up and to give yourselves once every 4 weeks to volunteer for Baby Uber or Mini Uber or Ignite in order to disciple brilliantly our children.
Absolutely, because our mission here is to be disciples who make disciples. And as you know, one of the parts of our vision is to focus on families with children. And it's almost like more families with children have turned up. Funny that, isn't it, when we do these things? So the other challenge we've got, as well as volunteers, is we need space. If you can imagine kind of the room we're in, it's room 1. It's got capacity for about 20 people, comfortably, 20 people in here. We're having like 25 kids. I think there's 25 youth regularly. The shift in people going up into the next group means that's going to go over 30, which is going to be a bit tight. So what we want to do is we want to create some space. How we're going to do that is the wall behind me. That one there goes onto the mezzanine. You might have seen the mezzanine on a Sunday morning. We're going to break through that wall and we're going to build another wall, which basically means that this room will double approximately in size, giving us that space. Also, next door that way, we're going to create some more space that way and create another bigger room. So we'll have more space internally to do those things. In terms of then access to the first floor, which is important for those with disabilities who can't make it up the stairs, we're looking at putting a lift in, which will be on the outside of the building, and that will enable people to go up and access this floor. Now, this is where we need your help as well. This is where we need you to give generously. And I know we've got such a great history of giving generously. Every time we've come to you as a church and said, hey, church, we feel this is what we need, you've given generously, time and time again. And I thank you as elders. We thank you, the other guys. It is applaud. It's remarkable. I tell other churches about it and they're always amazed at your generosity. So well done. But we're asking you again. And this time, what we're going to do is we're asking you for £25,000. Now that will pay for the building works that we're looking at doing, the changes internally. It'll enable us to do those things. That will be restricted funds, so it'll only be for those building works. That's what we're looking at doing. And then we'll go for external funding for the lift, because the lift is estimated at something like £60,000, which is quite a sum of money. But if we do then need to come back to you in the autumn, church, we may have to do that in terms of kind of getting us over the line or whatever that looks like later in the year. So this won't be the only special offering this year, but we are looking for just £25,000 at this moment. You can give through all the normal ways. You can give through Church Suite, you can give through online, you can give through direct debit, you can give by giving a cheque into the office or a big bag of cash, give that to Debbie. That would be amazing. So we can do all of those things. Would ask you to remember Gift Aid on that and just mark it special offering, and we'll do all those. in terms of when we take our special offering out, it's basically any time from now. As soon as you've seen this video, special offering's open. Next Sunday, we'll show you this video again, but basically it'll be, hey, this is the time to give. So, hey church, this is it. Let's go for it. Bless you, and we're looking forward for Faith to seeing these works done as quickly as possible.